Well, hey, this is Mike Norvell. We're working on this thing here for the new program for custom solar quotes, where we can offer you solar financing if you have great credit, around 700 or better on decent income, and be able to show you how to get solar financing that will pay your solar system off in about 10 years or less. Doesn't work out in every situation. I know we're working on one right now. There is basically like 10 years and 3 months, but it depends on if we have additional packages and things in there. But basically, seeing how most people out there offering solar financing right now that is more like 25 and 30 years to be able to have this thing paid off. I want to share this with you right now. Okay, so basically, don't sign that solar contract. Get a quote from someone else all you want. And if you like the package, if you like everything you're seeing there, let me get myself so you can see me. If you like everything you're seeing there, if you like everything about it, then just go through us, and then let us quote it to you with the exact same payments, or excuse me, the exact same equipment, everything, maybe even the same company, because I work with several different companies, pretty much just two, but we can get it done for you. And the front end of this is that in most cases, many cases, I can get this installed for about $10,000 up front, cheaper. Let me get back over here. Let me move ahead. So quickly, if we can click on the button, I want to share with you how we go ahead and we create this. Basically, this is a spreadsheet that I started working on about, I don't know, maybe 8-9 years ago. Okay, and in this spreadsheet, we basically started working on the math, and we're accumulating all the numbers from, it started off with 50 installs, 100 installs, 200, and then we started putting monitoring on all of our systems, and suddenly we had 500, 600 installs, all right here in Central Florida. And so all of a sudden we could actually give people very good information about what you're really going to get out of your programs, okay, out of your solar installs. So this is a result of all of that math. Okay, we keep improving it as we get more kilowatts per solar panel out of it, and as regretfully, or for the homeowners, solar has become much cheaper because the electric rates have got much higher. Over here on the Duke calculator put in there, because they have a double tier system on Duke, we had this thing set up because we're normally, we're replacing the most expensive power first, okay? And right now it's averaging around 16.5 cents. Sometimes, depending on other factors and where you are with Duke, it's up to 17 to 19 cents. We've seen that. But I have this thing set at a median average based on the last, I don't know, 80 or so that we've been looking at, around 16.5 cents. Okay, so we'll go over this right now. And if anybody has any questions about, am I really paying that? I'll show you a bill here in a minute. It's just real easy. Take your electric bill down the bottom right hand corner. What is the total amount divided by the amount of kilowatts? And that's how much they're charging you. They may not show charging 16.5 cents a kilowatt, but by the time they add the extra fees, the taxes, and everything else in there, you're paying the whole amount. You can't just pay what they say they're charging you per kilowatt. And what we do is, by reducing the amount of kilowatts that you're actually needing to buy from the power company, we can get you down as close as possible to zero, depending on the utility and where you're working. So this package right here is something we developed over time, the combo energy package. We don't always use it. Depends on your situation, different types of, sometimes we don't need to do it. But these are things that are energy saving devices, all right? And then, are you paying for solar without getting it installed? It may cost you more money to not install our solar energy packages. I'm doing this one right now, and this whole video, basically in response to someone who said just a couple days ago, hey, I don't believe that you can do it. He's with another solar company, somebody I know, and he's selling the 25-year program. And I'm like, why would you sell it to somebody 25 years? And we had a long conversation about it. So I said, I'm going to make this video. So in the end, I'm sending this to you, Dave. All right. And the second thing, I'm going to post this out there and just share it with everybody, the exact same scenario that he showed me versus what you could do if you have good credit. Okay. He says, well, not everybody has good credit. And I'm like, I get it. But for those that do, this program When you see how much money it saves you with the exact same equipment, okay, I think I'll have your attention. All right, so basically he brought me in something with a $350 bill. And do we have the packages over here? One second. So here's what we do. Okay, so I'm not going to show you the whole price, but this is one. So this is this thing we're doing. Got a 355 bill. Okay, and we go through here, and I need to take that panel off there. Now we're down to about 40 panels, and we will basically grab your info on the person. And we take the electric bill and we put it in, and we create this whole graph and everything so we can actually see what's going on. And this is set up for Duke. And then we go into the design. Okay, there we design a good layout that will meet all of your setbacks and situations, and we will talk to them about maybe seeing if we can get some of these trees done. I'm not sure. He said some of them have been trimmed, but it would not hurt at this time because you can get 30% off of your tree work as well. We can talk to you about that, and we can maybe add that into the cost of the project. That can be done legally. But everything else, we could actually put a few more panels over here, but if he cuts the trees, he'd be better off in a couple different ways. But basically, we do the design, we lay it all out. Let me save this before we move ahead. And then we move over to the spreadsheet. And so I explain to people when we look at the bill how this works out, okay? And so let's just go over this. I know this is running a little bit long, but if you actually are tired of paying $250, $300, $350, $400 a month that is going nowhere, then this will make sense to you. This is $350 a month. $350 a month is $4,200 a year. At only a 4% increase, it's $50,000 in 10 years. Okay? We haven't had a 4% increase in the last 4 years. It's been much more. It's been upwards of between 8 and 12%, depending on the year. That is real. Okay? So basically, if we just say, we want to just say only 4%, look how much you've been spending. Okay? And at the end of that 10 years, what do you have? You have another payment to look forward to. You haven't paid it off. With our system, maybe you could pay it off. If you're using the old method of basically doing it and you use our method, then basically you could apply and invest the same amount in solar and apply the $42,000 to the $54,000. That's the normal way of financing solar. And even this would be better because you would only have a $12,000 balance to pay off on your system, which is just a couple more years, so you could pay it off in around 16 years, even if you took a 25-year system. I show you these options in the package we make for you. Moving ahead, let me open this up, and we get to this point right over here. So this is the 10-year payoff situation. Again, you have to have, what this is with, this was with people with good credit, decent income, and a good roof, larger bill, and would like to get out from underneath a solar payment in around 10 years. Sometimes comes in less, depends on some things we have to do. Okay, and this one right here, we're having to do a little bit of electrical upgrade. Not our fault, it's just a job. And so we're running a little bit over, but here, let's just get to it. So basically, the principal amount, pretty good sized job here, is $42,000. The interest rate right now is 7.49. Loan period is 30 years. Here's the key, no prepayment penalty. Okay, the payment frequency is 12. And the original electric bill is $350. It's like $355, we just rounded it down. The payment amount on this loan that we're going to show him is $296. That means he gets to save, if you did it the normal way, $53 a month. Hardly worth doing for $53 a month. But what if we reframe the way that we look at solar? Okay, and that's what I just keep coming back to people. I used to think about this all the time, been doing this over 10 years, and just say, what if we quit trying to save people $40, $50, $80 a month, and we just applied all the money, just like with our 30-year house mortgage, for my wife and I. Okay, we didn't take 30 years to pay off the house. We did it in like 16 point something. Okay, under 17 years. Why? By paying a little bit extra along the way, we attack the principal. Well, that's what this loan is showing here. So instead of doing this and saving $50 a month, what are you going to do? A couple pizzas? How about if we applied it all back in there along with the tax credit? And that's what this does. It shows right here. We start off with this amount, And in the first year, your principal that you're paying on your $296 payment is $31. That's all that's being applied to your loan. The interest is $264. However, with this amount of money kicked in right here, if we say, let's just pay the same amount, set this up on auto pay and pay $350 a month, okay? That creates an extra $645 a year going to principal. Look what happens. So we have the regular amount plus this, and then we have the tax credit. Not everybody gets the tax credit all in the first year or applied within the first year to pay it off. So I'm showing this, and you might, okay? I mean, depends on when you sell it, or it depends on when it gets installed. But I'm showing this tax credit, which is $12,000 right here. The tax credit coming through, and that is money that will come back to you, all right? And we'll go over that later. But basically, we're splitting the tax credit between year 1 and year 2. It may all come in year 1. It may all come in year 2. It could take up to 3 years to get it. Depends on how your situation is. But this is the amount that's available. And we just share with you here that by applying this and the way the loan goes, you know, the amount of principal coming through here takes it off. So we start off at 42. And we end up in the second year of 34,000 is the principal amount left. The payment stays the same. Notice the principal that is going towards the loan now more than doubles, blah, blah, blah. Everything else stays the same. Now we apply the tax credit again. Wow, look what happens. Now we go 41, 34, 26. Look what's happening. We went from 31, $81. Now we're down to 131 going to principal every month, okay? Does that, I mean, it makes sense to me, okay? And we keep on going down, right? And in this particular case, this works out that it pays off without any extra payment at all, just basically paying here. Now, the same amount. So this is in 10 years and 8 3/4 months. So it's 10 plus 875. So 10 years and 8, you know, almost, so basically 10 years and 9 months worth of payments. I have this little thing over here that I put in, just said, what if we just applied a little bit extra? And I think I was just working with this. If we only paid $15 extra a month, obviously you could pay more. Okay, another guy I was just talking to, he says, well, how about if we pay $50 extra a month? Well, we just show you what happens. By putting $15 extra a month, now your extra principal that you're applying to the loan is $825 a year. Seems kind of easy, right? Look what happens now, okay? Now we end up 0.68. So now we end up at 9 years and some odd months, okay? We end up paying it off. Pay it off in less than 10 years. If we had put $50 a month extra in here, see what happens, okay? You see where we're at? Okay. Now we're paid off way into the 9th year. So it depends on where you want to go. The beautiful thing is if you can afford this $350 a month average bill right now, which you are paying, okay, just guess what's going to happen. You just keep paying the same amount. Here's the biggest thing, okay? If you go, and this is the exact same situation that the gentleman shared with me, the numbers and everything else, with the same interest rate, the loan principal amount here with ours 16 kW system, the total contract was 42. The loan principal amount was 54. Everything is exactly the same. It's literally even the same installer. It's just in how you finance it, okay? You'll hear me say this on my website and different places. The solar panels on your roof don't know or care how you finance the system. So why mess up a really good solar project with financing it that all the money's going over there? Pay this sucker off. Pay off the solar panels. Now you're going to have decades of basically free and clear solar. So let's look at the difference. Loan principal's 54. Everything's the same, except this is a 25-year package because that's what they have. They offer a 70-30 finance loan. I know I've sold hundreds of these. You know, and I used to do my spreadsheets and I go, God, I hate doing that with these dealer fees and other different type of things. But when we are selling at 0.99 interest or 1.9 or 1.4, 2% interest, the interest rate just kept it slow. But since interest rates have jumped up, between that and the dealer fees, it really takes all of the oomph, the savings out of solar. So let's share how this works here. The payment amount here, because of the 70/30 loan, if you qualify for the tax credit, is $282. The total of payments on this loan is $101,000. Okay? If you don't qualify for any or all of the tax credit, and some people don't, I'm not going to get into that here, most people do, then your payment after 18 months will go to $403.84. Same loan, but at month 19, your payment will go to $400. The total amount of payments into this loan over here is $121,000. We go into the summary so you don't have to look at so many numbers, okay? Oh, here's a little thing. In 25 years, if you had not gone solar at only a 4% increase, you'd have spent $109,000. Okay, so buying one of these loans over here with the high interest rates and the fees, if the electric rates only went up 4%, you're not really making any money. 121 versus 109, the same 25 years. Okay. Let me show you what the difference is over here. I made a little summary, a lot less numbers, all the same math, okay? So we start off to 350. So on this loan here, the one I was just sharing with you, the total amount of the payments that you pay into this loan is $44,000. And we brought these numbers over just to consolidate it, okay? The total of payments, like we shared over there, is $101,000. The $44,000, so this is a $56,000 difference in the solar. Again, the solar panels don't care, okay? The solar panels are going to produce the same amount of electricity and power. Doesn't matter how you finance it. So if you can figure out a way to finance it, okay, and like we're showing you here, and get off from underneath those payments faster, look at the difference. What if you don't qualify for the tax credit? That's horrible. Well, you can see the difference here. You overpaying using the regular loan without the tax credit, you're spending $76,000 more for the exact same solar package. Okay, so this is basically it. Stop. Don't sign that solar contract. This program, if you can work it out, will save you money. Okay. You get the same exact panels, the same exact everything. This is the way to go. So click down below, and there's a little form right underneath this video I'm placing on our little landing page website. And then we will get back with you. We'll have a quick conversation. No one has to come to your house and spend, hours and hours and days, sitting there trying to convince you to go solar. If the savings alone don't convince you to go solar, I'm never going to come to your house. But we'll line it up. We'll have this meeting. We'll have a Zoom meeting. We'll send you a proposal out there. If you like what you see, then we'll go over the details and all again. We'll have to send someone out, by law, someone certified, to come out and take a look at your house, site survey, go on a roof and do the inspection, check the electrical, all that kind of stuff. And then we move ahead. The average time to install is 6-7 weeks, depending on stuff. But that's a really, really good system, and it's a great way to do it. And if you can qualify, what if you don't qualify? What if you can't quite get this system? Okay, I can do another demonstration for you on another spreadsheet that will show you that even if you have to take the normal quote unquote solar financing, that if you didn't try to save the money, that you can knock this out in about 17 years paying the same amount of money. All right, if you get the tax credit. Now that's still paying 7 more years, but that's better than 25 or 30. All right, this is Mike. I'm out. I hope you are interested enough. We're only trying to put this out there to people that are interested. And if you like what you see, fine, then you'll call us back. We're not going to call you back, okay? We might send you one email, text, say, hey, did you get the information? Is it good? But we do 14, 15, 16 of these a day. I'm only wanting to deal with serious people. And if you're interested and you really want to go ahead with solar, then let's make it work. God bless you. Thank you so very much. And I got to get back to work. I got like 8 more deals to do today. All right. Thank you. And